Okay, so I want to do a really fast update on the run that I posted yesterday because you may have noticed there was a bug in that I actually did notice at the time, but I didn't really do anything with. Hi, puppy. You want to say hi? Wow. It's a good girl. So, there was a glitch in the run I did yesterday that I paid really no attention to.
It's gonna ask me for my floor again. I'm just gonna walk by that.
And so I'm gonna just highlight actually using that in this run. So this is not live. I recorded this last night. Um, so you'll see it comes in, you'll probably already see in the title of the video, my dog is watching me, that it comes in at just under 6 minutes. So really, most of the stuff you'll see here is exactly the same as yesterday. The route is the same. Just kind of a little more optimized in terms of using the elevator and stuff like that. But I just wanted to talk about the one actual exploit that I found here that actually is a big time saver. So if you'll remember, you'll probably saw a little bit of a clip of it at the beginning there. There's a bug when Desmond gives you his first big speech that if you hold escape through the whole speech, you actually get the elevator option twice. So if you use it that first time, it lets you move up while in the conversation, and then when you use it the second time, in that first run at least, I just used it to kind of skip ahead a door. I'm talking about all this now because it's a fairly short run. It's under 6 minutes, so we're going to get there fairly quickly, and it requires a bit of explanation. So because it allows you to have sort of two conversations at once and skip ahead a little bit, I sort of wasted that in the first run and just used it to have the Mothman conversation and the Desmond conversation at the same time while I was moving over to talk to Kaiju. However, now, exploiting the fact that Desmond has so many text boxes, I realized that if you don't advance his conversation at all, once you hit the elevator button the first time, you can go all the way to the end of the third floor, have your conversation with Headless Lover, move back to Kaiju, and then move back to Mothman before you get the second elevator prompt. So when you do that, that actually allows you to sort of, well, you'll see, you kind of just get to skip the elevator. So that's a big time saver, and you'll see that coming up in maybe about a minute here. So I don't know if I have that much more to say about it until it actually happens. I guess you'll just notice that in general I'm making less mistakes in this run. I'm not hitting doors I didn't mean to hit. And same with the elevator. I don't think I made any elevator mistakes, which is nice. So this may be my official retirement from Devil Express speedrunning, my long-lived career now that I've gone sub 6, because I don't really know how much improvement there is left on it. It's not the most complex game in the world. I doubt there's a ton of bugs to exploit, but I'm happy with finding the one that I found and with the speed that we've got. So you'll see it coming up here. There's the last two conversations before we get in the elevator with Desmond. And then I can kind of explain what's happening live a little bit more, but it's just a fun exploit. It's fun to mess around with and watch the teleport happen. It's a unique looking thing, and if you want to play the game fast, it definitely saves you a bunch of time because it lets you skip a full elevator ride while still getting it done. So here you'll see Desmond's conversation begins. There's your first elevator prompt. It lets you move up to floor 4 while still talking to him. So you don't want to advance the conversation at all here. You need your conversation to be as early with Desmond as it possibly can be, because once your conversation with Desmond completes, you won't be able to continue on. The second elevator prompt overrides all other dialogue, so you will have to teleport once you get that second elevator dialogue. So, like you can see here, I'm just holding off. See, now I've got the prompt, and I teleport down, and I'm still having my conversation with Mothman. I've got Mothman's item, and I'm already on the second floor. So that saves me the full weight of an elevator ride, as well as the full time standing there talking to Mothman. And yeah, that's it. So you can kind of toy around with that. You can use it as kind of a camera bug if, like in the first run, where if you just choose 4th floor again, it allows you to start walking even though you're having your conversation with Mothman still, so you can sort of get ahead. You can teleport all over to 1st, 2nd, 3rd floor. I guess maybe one thing worth checking out later is whether or not you could teleport to the 5th floor if you've already done that. That might be an interesting thing to look at. I would assume it would just stop you because it appears to go through the regular scripting. So just the fact that it goes through the regular scripting and that you still have the conversation with the guy in the elevator. You still get teleported sort of over to the elevator before you can walk out. It's not just like an immediate clip through the floor to the next room. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on it. Maybe I'll give that a try later today. And there can be one last final video if I find a way, if that's a way to completely, break the sequence of events, because you do still have to, like you can see me doing here, go back to floor 2, complete floor 1, go up to 5, back to 3, and then into the party sequence. So there is still a fair amount to do after that bug, but I guess if you could theoretically use that bug to skip right into floor 5, that could be another huge thing, but my gut would say that's not possible. The scripting you're not, like I said, you're not completely skipping this elevator script. You're just kind of bugging your way into it faster than normal. Yeah, so that's the party scene. Again, I recommend this game a lot. I think it's a lot of fun, and the first time I played it, I probably took like a little over an hour with it. I had a ton of fun going through all the conversations, checking out everything that everyone has to say, and sort of fleshing out those whole stories. So if that's something you are interested in, I highly recommend doing that before you speedrun it. It is a fun game to speedrun too, just because so many things are kind of automatic and it allows you to buffer through them. It's a lot of fun to do, and there is that fun bug that I just sort of explained. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. 5:58:74, just barely sub 6. There's obviously more time you could shave off, but hey, that's for somebody else to do probably. I say that until I release a video tomorrow where I've bugged my way onto the 5th floor and I can beat it in like 2 minutes or whatever, but we'll see.